Hello there, EOW family and friends and followers of Beyond the Call. This is JC. All of you should know me by now. If not, I'm JC with Beyond the Call of Duty, bringing End of Watch, Right to Remember. Happy Friday the 5th, 2021. Our weekly count is up to 34 in the line of deaths for this year. So please keep those family members and team members and officers in your hearts and survivors in your hearts. I want to do a little bit of shop cleaning up this week before I bring on our beautiful guests. Today's guests are going to be Ray, Megan, and Patrick from Blue Line Bears. Megan is the founder. She's the brains and inspiration behind Blue Line Bears, and Patrick, her dad, is a huge supporter of her and probably the financial supporter as well. And Ray is just a great person that I'll get into talking about him here in a second. Earlier this week, I got a phone call, and it was pretty disturbing. It took 45 minutes of my life. And I just want to clear the air. Beyond the Call of Duty is a nonprofit organization. We're a nonprofit charity. We formed this because we want to remind departments, we want to remind officers that we're not going to forget the fallen. We're not going to forget who they are. We're going to remember them as humans, as people, as fathers, as mothers, as sisters, as brothers, as uncles, aunts, as grandparents, sons and daughters. That's who they are. So they're not just a number. That's number one. The survivors are extremely near and dear to our heart, and they didn't sign up to expect their loved ones not to come home. So I want to bring that out. So my conversation was pretty one-sided, and I got reminded and told that we need to shut down. We need to not continue doing this, that we are on the wrong side of the fence. And again, if our followers and family members can just remind everybody, we love everyone. We love each other. We love our survivors. We love our officers. We love our fallen officers. They are all human beings. That's, at the end of the day, I think we all need to step back and realize what God gave us. God gave us the ability to have a choice of what we do in our lives. God gave us the ability to provide love and give love. And that's what we should be doing in all these times. We shouldn't be arguing about what side of the fence we're on. So that's my 2 cents for today. Again, keep our End of Watch family members and survivors in your hearts. Let's remember these officers, all of them. They chose to be an officer. They chose to work shifts in the middle of the night. They chose to be the human beings that they are. And that's what we really need to do, and keep them in our hearts, keep them in your hearts, and definitely say a little prayer for everybody every day. Hi, Juliana. Hi, Rick. How are you? How you doing, Chief? Good to see you guys are watching today on a Friday. So our first guest I'd like to bring on is Ray. How I met Ray was extremely unique. Ray is part of Blue Line Bears. Last year, he was following us on the ride, saw where we were, and we had stopped in Ohio at a place called Nasty's. Yeah, Josh, I'd love to listen to your voicemail, but you did interrupt when we were starting just now by ringing my phone. So we met at Nasty's, and Ray actually, I think it was 2 hours or an hour and a half, drove down just to see us and meet us. In the process, he introduced us to Blue Line Bears and introduced us to Megan. and we have now got this beautiful relationship, and we're proud to be part of representing Blue Line Bears. How you doing, Scott? From Nebraska land, yes, I see that. So let's bring Ray on. And how you doing, Ray?
Hey, JC, how are you this evening?
Good, good.
Well,
How are you?
afternoon in Washington, evening
That's
here on the East
correct.
Coast.
Afternoon and evening for you guys. So, how are you doing? I heard you were in the hospital.
That was a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it was God's way of telling me I needed to slow down a little bit. Kept running and running and running and burning the candle at all three ends. But no, everything's great, and I'm back up and running, and things are going great. Looking forward, every day we get closer to the summer. I'm looking forward to the opportunities to go on this ride to remember this year. It's going to be definitely going to be memorable.
Absolutely. So, if our viewers don't know, I kind of strong-armed Ray, and I'm stealing him from Megan and Patrick for a couple of months. We're going to have Ray be part of the actual ride to remember. He's going to be driving our one truck and trailer, and then we'll have a second driver for the second truck and trailer. Ray, I know everyone wants to know who you are. What do you do?
Again, my name is Ray Schwab. I am the Midwest liaison for Blue Line Bears. I was fortunate enough to meet up with them a couple years, and I don't want to steal Megan's thunder, so I'm going to let her talk about the organization. But I was able to meet up with them a couple years ago, and they really took a huge place in my heart. Locally, we had a police chief that was killed in the line of duty, who had 5 children and one that was unborn, and reached out to them and made bears for the family, and that was just where it all started. Now I've made several deliveries for them and put them in contact with several families. And again, I'll let Megan talk a lot more about our mission. And then I had the opportunity last summer to meet you and your crew, and this has just been an amazing. It's been an amazing partnership. You and I have talked time and time again how God put each other in each other's paths, because our missions are so perfectly aligned with remembering the fallen and doing something special for the families of the survivors, the families of the fallen. So again, I'm just looking forward to everything that this summer has to bring. Looking forward to doing more with your organization, and anybody that needs anything in the Midwest, I'm here for you. So
yeah, well, you got somebody already jumping on. Jason Sledhammer, sending you hearts of love.
Jason, hi Jason. Jason's actually he's my counterpart for NYPD. He does what I do for Blue Line Bears up in the New York, New Jersey area. So he actually is an NYPD officer, as well as his wife, and are intimately involved with Blue Line Bears as well.
Well, we should hook up with Jason, because we're having difficulty this year again with getting with the right person on NYPD to coordinate a visit to their department.
Awesome. Well, yeah, Jason can definitely help us out. So we'll get him in the loop and getting him working with us.
Right. Well, I think can we bring Megan on with Ray, and then we can talk about what we're doing. Well, let's bring Megan. There's Megan.
There she is. Hey, Megan.
Hi, Megan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I saw some pictures of with you in Florida at the
University of Central Florida.
Where was the track where you guys were running?
Oh,
hard?
That was in Ocala, yeah.
The tractor pool.
The tractor pool, yeah, that was pretty cool. Those some nice cars. So nice tractor.
Those are an amazing group of guys as well. They I'll fill you in on that story later, and they want to have that out with us sometime when we come through Tennessee. If it's at all possible. They're an amazing group of people as well.
Wow. Well, we will be going through Tennessee. Yep. So, well, everyone, this is Megan, and we were blessed to meet Megan in Florida last year. She showed up at one of our smaller departments, made a whole trip, a couple hours to get to us. And Ray brought her to us and arranged it. And we were blessed immensely, and we are blessed to know you. So Megan, tell everyone who you are and what do you do?
So my name is Megan. I'm the founder of Blue Line Bears. So basically what Blue Line Bears is a nonprofit, and we make teddy bears out of the uniform shirts of fallen police officers to give to their families as keepsakes.
And it's an amazing amazing organization. You started when you were 14. What inspired you?
After the attack on Dallas in 2016, where the 5 officers were killed, Dad's a police officer in Cape Coral, so I was inspired to do something to help the families of the fallen. And I decided that I wanted to do something that would be like a personalized keepsake for each family and was unique. And so that's where I came up with the idea of the teddy bears.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been tough. It's been tough on you, quite hard. I think we heard a little bit about how you were threatened for what you're doing.
Yeah.
We've heard about how you have lost friends in the process.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think people need to realize that choices that you've made and we make, we're doing this with no reservations. We're doing it for no personal gain. And if they could just take their hate and turn it a little bit the other way, they'd probably find sunshine in the right thing to say.
Yeah, I think unfortunately, being pro law enforcement right now can be very controversial.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have made it into something where it's like if you support law enforcement, you're a hateful person.
Yeah.
That's not the case at all. And so you do, like, if you stand up for law enforcement, you have to be prepared to take.
And I really want to emphasize, we were on the trip before we met Megan. After we learned about Ray and met Ray, we ran into actually 2 families that had received your bears. And I want to let you know on the emotional side of how much it meant to them. Just incredible that they could not say enough about you, about what you did. And especially for the children, they just could not say enough that emotionally how just that the moment of receiving the bear and then having the bear in their home and then becoming a part of their home and continuing from there. And we just got to meet them after you had given them a bear a year prior, so they'd had the bear for a year. But it was amazing. And so we fell in love with you even more, and then we fell in love with you even more after we met you. So but from our hearts, thank you so much. So we had a little surprise. We talked to your dad and Ray. We heard that Ray's brought it up that you didn't have a vehicle to pull your trailer. And by the way, thanks for sharing that out on your page for us. But we couldn't get the car to you, couldn't get the truck to you. So instead, we decided to do one better. Here's your truck. It's a Toyota Tundra. Lance just doesn't know how to take pictures, quite frankly. It's a 1776 edition. Your dad's going to love it. It's got heated seats, so he's not going to get cold at all. And yeah, you should have fun with it. It'll do the job. I can't wait to see it wrapped up, and that's going to be interesting.
I think did I send you pictures of the mock-up of that with the wrap?
Yes, you did. Yeah. I think it's just going to look really, really sharp.
Look awesome.
So we've got you, Megan, and we'll do what we can on our end. Ray and I have been talking about getting some sponsorship for Blue Line Bears, and we're going to work hard on that. It's tough out there. I get a lot of no's every day.
I understand.
No, why should we give you money? So.
Well, and it's funny, going back to how you opened, JC, one of the things that you and I talked about was the fact that regardless of the political side of how people view what Beyond the Call of Duty does or what the End of Watch Ride to Remember stands for or what the Blue Line Bear stands for, if you take all the politics out of it, we both are just doing humanitarian good. And it doesn't matter. If you take the politics out of it, if we put this aside and said, okay, we're not talking about police officers, we're talking about average people, nobody would have a problem with what we're doing because it's a humanitarian thing. It's just because it's affiliated with something that happens to be politically charged right now that, we catch the grief that we do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And you and I talked about that after your phone call on Monday night, that as upset as you were about that, when we talked about just being a humanitarian service, that what we do is if people would just look at it that way, it'd be a completely different issue.
It would.
So, but we do, like I've told Megan, like I've told Patrick, like I've told you, we're out there, and if we have to knock on 1,000 doors to get one to open, I thank God every day for opening the door with you, because you've been a godsend to Blue Line Bears. I'll let you talk a little bit more about our partnership up this summer as we go along in the broadcast here. But it's going to be very beneficial to Blue Line Bears, and what we do is a very private thing, so we don't have the publicity that even End to Watch Ride to Remember has. So anything that you're willing to help us with is great.
That's why I was really, really moved. That was one of the moving factors for us, was just the impact that Megan and Blue Line Bears has made. That was just from talking to two families, and then seeing just what you sent me just recently, where you have this family that has a bear that has gone through graduation, gone through weddings now, and is part of the family, and it's representing their loved one. And you can't put a price on that. You can't. The emotional side of how much that is healing for the family is huge. So that just I totally get it. So I wish everyone could get it. So
absolutely.
But yes, Megan, we are completely partnering with you and your organization, Ray. We are excited. Obviously, we're going to try. We want to see if we can have you or anybody else meet up with families when we're at the departments and take that private moment. You're going to love the new trailer, so you're going to have that private moment that you want. It's got a full inside. We're going to deck the inside out to where you can take the family inside. You can do and have your private moment, give your bears, give the kiddos hugs and kisses, all done privately. So we want to make that happen. And so throughout the ride, whatever we got to do. And once we have the map set in place, you guys roll with it. You tell us what you want to do. So
we're excited.
Thank you.
And obviously we're going to try and advertise as much as possible. So, and let everybody know about you and what you do. Well,
and you do a fantastic job with that every week. I have to tell you, it's we're blessed that every week I go on and I watch you live on Fridays, and you always are mentioning Blue Line Bears, and that means a lot to us, and we thank you for that.
Yeah, and that's going to continue. We're working with. I met with a coffee provider that I'm going to talk to you, Ray and Patrick, sideline, but we're looking at. He's going to make packages, and I'm going to do the same with Blue Line Bears. Make a package deal and have it on your webpage that people can buy that coffee. And again, everybody drinks coffee, and the funds will go to you. And so kind of we're going to work on that. That's my next week goal, and I'll introduce you to the coffee guy. He's a real nice guy. So
awesome.
Cool. Megan, any questions for us?
No, I just want to say I'm very, very grateful. I didn't know when I met you guys that it would spark into what but just thank you so much for caring about us and kind of taking us in as a partner.
From here, sister, from here. So we appreciate what you've done, and you've been doing it a lot longer than us with a lot less. So whatever we can do at this point now, we're gonna jump in and do.
Thank you.
So well, let's bring Patrick in. I've got some hard questions for him. Hi, Patrick. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. So everyone, this is Megan's dad, and he listened to his beautiful daughter come up with this brainchild idea 4 years ago, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, 4 years ago, and he supported her. So, Patrick, I'm going to let you speak on who you are. That way I don't say something that I'm not supposed to.
Sure. My name is Patrick O'Grady. I am a sergeant with the Cape Coral Police Department. I work in the public affairs office, so I do a lot of interviews for TV. I do social media and anything that the chief needs done, any special projects or anything like that. Also, Megan's dad, obviously. And I help her out with Blue Line Bears.
Yeah, absolutely. Haven't met you in person. Tried to meet you last year. We'll make that work out. But thank you for allowing us to be part of Megan's deal. Thanks for letting us join up hands and help her move along on her project, as well as thanks for letting us borrow Ray for 2 months.
We'd like to thank you for your generosity. Ray will appreciate.
Yeah. So, did you get a chance to see End of Watch at all? The trailer?
Yes, I did.
Can you, as a current law enforcement, what was the first thing that went through your mind when you saw that?
The first thing is, like you guys were talking about earlier, that being a law enforcement supporter right now is supercharged, and it's turned into a political statement, and it's being politicized for basically a war against us. So seeing people that are more supportive of law enforcement and want to take care of the families is just amazing.
Yeah. And that's really, we wanted, for us, it's that first, as we roll up, the officers be able to just get this sigh of relief out. And then second, be able to realize that they are loved, that people do care about them, and they're not in this fight by themselves, and they're not alone. And that's really our message that we're trying to get out there. So
exactly right. Every badge, they're who
yeah.
what the officer is doing, and for see people just bash them for a living is hard for them because they don't understand. They've only seen the good.
Yeah,
you see on the media only the bad, and it's politicized, and it's just horrible right now.
Yeah, no, it's like I was telling you, like I was telling Ray earlier, and I called Ray on Monday because I was so wound up. I mean, the person I was talking to actually made the comment that they get paid to die. They're getting a paycheck. They know what they signed up for, and it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. We all choose our jobs, and you do it for the love of doing your job. You don't do it for money most of the time. So
exactly.
Well, good. Well, you've got a beautiful truck coming your way one of these days. We reached out to Clint. The snow, I guess, in the Midwest has shut the highways down, so the carriers are not running. So I'm hoping it gets on the carrier on Monday and gets to you. They said 5-day turnaround, so you should have it hopefully in the next 5 or 6 days.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, good. I know I've taken enough of everyone's time. I love you guys, unless you want to talk about something else.
Well, once again, I just want to say thank you so much for JC. You everything you've done for Blue Line Bears is great, and we're looking forward to this partnership moving forward. Looking forward to being able to promote Blue Line Bears as we travel across the country this summer is going to be huge for us, because we still have so many departments that don't know about us. We've got over 800 bears delivered across the United States, across Europe, across Afghanistan, Canada, and it's sad when we have departments who don't know who Blue Line Bears are.
Yeah,
the sad but happy thing is that through End of Watch, the Ride to Remember, this summer, we're going to be visiting those 240 departments that all lost officers last year, and they're going to know who Blue Line Bears are now, and that's going to be huge for us. And again, that's where the sponsorships and the support comes in. Unfortunately, we have to talk about from a financial standpoint, but our workload. Patrick is the king stuffer of the organization, so he's going to have a lot of bears to stuff.
Right.
But we have a Megan, why don't you talk about the storefront that we just opened up and where that comes into play?
So we have a storefront, and it's in Cape Coral, which is where we're based out of. It'll have a grand opening on February 20th. And the purpose of having that storefront is so that we can have people volunteer to help start sewing bears, because I'm in college now.
Yep.
I'm 3.5 hours away from home, so I can't really sew bears every single day, and efficiently at least. So we're trying to bring some more people on so that we can keep the bears going out to families.
Do we have Megan's Blue Line Bear email address real quick? Can you put that on the screen so I can find? All right. Well, good. So that being said, now everyone that's on here, listen up. We got family in Florida. We got friends in Florida. We got friends everywhere with the End of Watch. I want you guys to all do me a favor. I want you guys, first of all, to email Ray. What's the email address?
Well, Patrick, which email do you want to go to? BlueLineBear1@gmail.com?
Yeah,
Yep.
Blue1 at
Okay.
Gmail.
Okay, Blue Line Bear
One.
1
Blue Line
at
Bears.
gmail.com. So, all right, my family, come on, let's see what we can do. You guys are always watching, you're always commenting. Let's see how we can show Megan some love here. I want you guys
And again, they can always
email Blue Line
they-
Bears 1, Blue Line Bear 1 at gmail.com. I want you to tell her, first of all, that she's loved. Secondly, I would like you guys to pass this on to your friends that live in Florida. And Megan, you said Cape Florida?
Cape Coral.
Okay. So anyone that's near there, send an email to bluelinebear1 at gmail. We're not asking for money. We're not asking for you guys at this point to do anything other than email, say that you can donate 2 hours of your time. Come on, 2 hours on a day that you choose. Work it out with Patrick. Go over, help sew some bears, sew some clothing on the bear. They'll help you. They'll teach you everything. So we're not asking for you to mortgage your home. This is 2 hours. You can give us 2 hours of your time. Take your cappuccino with you. By the time you finish your cappuccino, that'll be 2 hours. So let's reach out. BlueLineBear1 at gmail.com. Let's show Megan some love here and see what we can come up with. And then Megan, I will reach out to some other folks that I know. Just real quick, Ray, while I have you, and keep this in the back of your head, I reached out to a major vendor out of Canada, and they operate in the US, and I asked them for some sponsorship. They said, well, if you were actually coming to Canada, we would write a big old check. So what I want to do is we will coordinate. I will introduce you to this person. Let's see what we can do on getting funding for Blue Line Bear to operate in Canada.
And Canada
So
is easy for us.
See what we can do on that.
We've
okay?
done
I think
bears
that
in Canada.
Yeah, I think they will jump on that right away. So that, as we were talking, that just came to me. So good. Let's see. What do we have? Kindness 911. Megan, we have loved sharing your passion. Awesome. And they also say, well done, Megan. And friends are the family we choose. So thank you so much. Joshua, Leslie, Blue Line Bears.1. Okay. You're passing that on. Thank you. Cool. Well, guys, I'm going to roll. I appreciate you. I got love for all of you. Patrick, thank you from my heart to yours, from our home to yours. Megan, we love you. We'll see you soon. And Ray, I'll talk to you shortly.
Absolutely. Thanks, brother.
All right. Love you all.
Thank you.
Love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, so we're going to wrap today up. Beautiful, beautiful family. I consider them family. They are amazing. And as you heard, Megan's going to college, but she's still doing this from the college. It's tough times, you know. She doesn't get what the advertisement, the information, or the branding, we should say. Everything she's done is behind closed doors, and I cannot tell you, folks. I cannot express to you how emotional that is. It's extremely emotional, and just put yourselves in those positions where you lose a loved one and you've got young children, and this is a sense of hope for the children that's there for years. It's not a one-time deal. It's not just a momentary. It can carry on for years. So we'll do whatever you guys can do. Reach out to Blue Line Bears. Make sure you let them know that you're part of the EOW family, and you're there to help, even if it's just emotional. We all need it. We are going to talk a little bit about our sponsors today. We're going to start off with our diamond sponsor, and that's Phoenix Protective, based out of Spokane, Washington. They are our diamond sponsor. They have done a lot. They continue doing a lot for Beyond the Call of Duty. So reach out to them at info@phoenixprotectivecorp.com. Is that correct? Just say thank you. Say whatever you want to put on there, and whatever you want to do. Make sure you say Blue End of Watch or Beyond the Call of Duty. Obviously, I want to reach out to Jen and Chris Foreman, Combat First Aid, based out of Wenatchee, Washington. They do so much for law enforcement and first responders. It's not just law enforcement. The product that they have, they are trainers. They train the staff in how to properly use tourniquets and how to use tourniquets in situations that are not common to the everyday person. So please reach out to them. Yeah, let's do that one. JDC, based out of Spokane, Washington, became a sponsor for us. So please reach out to them. They've got great jewelry. If you've got a loved one, Valentine's coming, go out there and buy some jewelry. Let them know that Beyond the Call referred you so that they know that they were heard. Jason Gray, New America Finance. If you need a mortgage, you need a refi, or you just need to chat and have coffee with Jason Gray, he'll operate anywhere in the United States of America. I'd call him up at 1 o'clock in the morning if you can. Wake him up, make him work hard for his money. So he's a phenomenal guy and a great supporter. Yolks Fresh Market, based out of Spokane, Washington, and they sponsored us last year and again sponsoring us this year. Please reach out to them, thank them. If you can visit their stores, spend a little money, and they've got great first fresh food. We can go back up, and you missed a couple. Sorry, go back up right there. Our newest sponsor for this week was Garda World. If you've got cash problems, or you need to move cash, or you need to do anything involving cash, reach out to Garda World. They also operate in the United States with security. So if you have security needs that you need, reach out and contact Garda World and let them know you heard it on Beyond the Call of Duty. Well, I think that's it for today. Am I missing anything? Okay. I'm going to finally say I love you all. God bless you all. Say a good prayer for our families and survivors out there. Have a blessed weekend. And next week, I don't know yet if we've locked him in, but we do have a surprise guest that we're trying to get on, who's well known in the United States of America. And hopefully he'll get on. He'll say some stuff for us. So love you, and God bless you all.